Here we go again. Here we go again. God dog. Man, look, y'all. Just go ahead and send the request again, bro. Just I gotta take a page from James's book, man. Just don't sweat the small stuff. Cause any other time, boy, any other time, I would be living right about now. But I'm speaking with somebody who is inspiring me
Yeah, we back, bro.
to not.
It's all love, bro. We're gonna make it happen, Captain.
Yeah, but not
But
yet.
we were talking about, just the transformation, how it transcended my life, bro. I was gonna explain how it allowed me to have a spiritual transformation, you know what I mean, to where I was able for the first time in life to look within, to see how I wanted to approach my life now. I've had the trainings and teachings of my parents, my grandparents, family and friends, life lessons, all this stuff. Now let me put it to the test. Let me utilize what I've learned and just kind of venture out on my own for a bit. Me and God on the journey. Let's see what we can do together. I took some time away from having sex for a bit. You know what I mean? I took some time away to cleanse myself out. That process was like a year and some change, bro, of being celibate.
Shit.
And
Hey, 5 years for me.
say what?
5 years for me.
5 years, bro. So big, big
No,
respect,
no, nothing. No, nothing for five
bro.
years. Because I just had to. I feel you, bro. I had to.
I had to, not knowing I had to, but from that incident, I realized that I gotta clean myself up. I'm not living right for some odd reason. I'm thinking I got life figured out, but obviously I don't. So that vacation allowed me to come back, bro, and be so authentic, bro. I'm so proud of myself because I
Oh,
can have conversations now, bro, and really be in tune with the person, really trying to figure out or be in the moment of the conversation. You know what I mean? I'm worrying about the mental, what you talk, how you talking to me, what the words you're saying, versus lusting after your physical as I would have pre-accident. You know what I mean? I'm actually interested in what you're trying to tell me. I'm
absolutely.
actually interested in the conversation. I'm actually interested in your mind and understanding now how powerful sex is. Like I'm,
Facts.
I'm not treating it like it's just sex. Now I'm treating it like it's an art form. I got a blank canvas. It's time to paint a mural on that mug. So when I think of it and put it in a grand scheme of things, bro, the transformation from that accident, bro, was literally life changing, man. It made me a better brother, a better man, a better son, a better friend, a better business owner, bro. Like literally everything heightened from a negative situation. I call it divine timing, I guess, bro.
Hey, now real talk. Real talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What are okay? So somebody comes in and takes your breathing class, stuff like that. What are the basic techniques for people in general? And then after you answer that question, based on just what you know about folks with lupus and stuff like that, what are some specific things that you would suggest for a brother like myself with lupus?
So first things first, to prepare your mind and body for breathing practice, I share with my clients to check off four things before you even sit down to breathe. I want you to make sure that you're hydrated. You have some water near you, because the breathing technique, if you're doing it for 30 so minutes, your mouth begins to get parched. You can get your mouth begins to get dry, and water helps out. Water is a conduit of energy. It allows things to flow and travel, including your breath. So first thing first, staying hydrated. Second thing, making sure that your space is clean, making
Mhm.
sure that it's open, making sure that it smells good, make sure that it feels good, because your space is going to mimic, or your space is going to reflect how you breathe. Think of a water hose. When it's twisted and knotted, the water cannot flow at its optimal strength.
For sure.
Same with your breath. If my space is cluttered, if I'm feeling kind of claustrophobic, trust and believe my breath will not be as full and expand as at its possible capacity because of that. So that's the second thing. Your space, it needs to be clean, needs to be filled with love, vibe, put your music on, sage, whatever you need to do, create your vibe. Staying hydrated, number two. Number three, you want to make sure that you warm up the body. You know, don't just go into the breathing practice. With my clients, we warm up with me playing the drums for a bit. And I just want you to sit in that energy, releasing anything negative out of your mind, allowing yourself to come to a calm, relaxing state. That's the third thing. And lastly, before you begin to practice, you want to take some cleansing breaths. And that's preparing your lungs and your body to receive these breathing techniques. So I call those the Fantastic Four. Before you begin your breathing practice, you want to make sure that your space is clean. You want to make sure your space is full, ready to receive this breath. You want to make sure that you're hydrated. You want to make sure that your breath is clean for sure, but you want to make sure that your mouth isn't dry. Your lips are not parched. You want to make sure you give yourself a warm-up, neck circles, shoulder rolls, really warming up those muscles to receive the breath. And lastly, you want to take cleansing breaths, and I say minimum 3. And what a cleansing breath is, it just allows you to get that last remaining negative tension, or to get the last remaining tightness out of your shoulders and back. So it allows you to sit up tall for the practice. You know what I mean? So once the Fantastic Four are done, you then go into your breathing practice. So to your question, for the average population, the goal is to breathe in for, let's say, 4 seconds, and then grow to a pace that you can exhale longer than you breathe in. Let's say for 6 seconds, you exhale. And the reason being is because that exhale is where you're building that strength. On the exhale is where you're releasing that power. You're inhaling, filling the power up, you're energizing yourself, and then the exhale is where you're releasing it. You've accepted the power. The power is now planted in your body, and you're exhaling it out. So if you can breathe in for 4 and exhale for 6, that's going to allow you to regulate the mind and body in a way that calms it down, it relaxes you, and allows you to think before you speak, or think before you think before you act. So you're not making on the fly decisions. You're not moving out of emotions. You're moving with a clear conscience. That's what I would recommend for someone, just to kind of get the breath foundation started. Breathe in for 4, exhale for 6. And we're breathing in through our nose. It's not through the mouth. When I'm working out or doing something strenuous, that's when I breathe in through my nose and let it out through my mouth, because I need to reset. I need to recharge, rejuvenate. But when I'm in a state of relaxation, if I'm trying to meditate, if I'm trying to do a breathing practice, for the most part, it's in through the nose and then out through the nose. So you're keeping all that energy in, you're letting it circulate, letting it flow from your toes all the way to the crown of your head. So for someone like yourself who's conquering through lupus, I was able to do some research on lupus, bro. Like I have friends and family with lupus, but just not really understanding the magnitude of it.
Right.
And stress is a villain of the superhero story. Stress is very big. So in order to decrease the stress, I would share with you one of my favorite techniques. It's called box breathing. And box breathing is cool because, for one, it's simple. It's very simple. It gives you the concept of 4 seconds inhale, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds exhale, and then 4 seconds hold. So it makes a box for you. And that can kind of be a visual imagery as you're breathing. I'm a visual person myself, so that was a technique fairly quickly for me to pick up. And you mind if I demonstrate it right quick, bro?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Because yeah, we're gonna get it. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing it with you in a little bit. Hold on.
Already.
Demonstrate.
Already. So before I go into it, I'll demonstrate it. But once we do it together, bro, if you're able to, I'm gonna have you close your eyes a bit so you can kind of really tap into it or whatnot. But for demonstration purposes, we're gonna always sit up tall. And I'm gonna count us down from 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna begin to inhale through our nose for 4 seconds. So it looks like this. 3, 2, 1. As I inhale, I'm gonna hold my breath at the top for that inhale for 4 seconds. I'm gonna gently exhale through my nose. I'm gonna hold my breath again at the bottom of that breath for 4 seconds.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And once I let it out, that's one round. That's one round done. I do about 5 to 8 rounds in my personal practice. So again, to recap, 4 seconds inhale, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds exhale, 4 seconds hold. So we'll make our box that way.
Okay. So
one
then,
more tip. Oh, go ahead. Talk to me.
Well, you said I think you was just about to say one more tip. Give us
one,
that.
All right. One more tip, you know, as I find with my new breathing clients, even though we're inhaling for 4 seconds, I find a lot of people go like this. And you don't want that, because that technique or that breath, it started in my lungs. And you don't want that. You want the breath to start in the diaphragm.
Right.
So allow the 4 seconds to allow the 4 seconds to travel through the body in 4 seconds. As I'm inhaling, my breath it's now just reached my lung. It started in my stomach though. And as I hold it, it's now in my brain for 4 seconds. As I exhale, allow it to travel from the brain, through the neck, through the chest, and let it rest gently at the bottom of your stomach. And then once you hold it, reset again from the stomach, let it travel through the lungs, the neck, the brain. Let it travel. So don't just take it all in at one time. Let that breath travel each second. And once it gets to that 4 second, we'll hold. We'll hold for 4 seconds. Once it exhale, let it travel. Let it travel. Let it do its thing. Let the breath do what the breath's supposed to do. And then at the bottom, hold it for 4 seconds, and then that'll be one round. So we're gonna do for 5 rounds today with you, bro.
Okay, cool. So how can using the breathing techniques that you know you've learned and you coach, how does it help with people's mental health?
For me, coming from someone who used to be very passive aggressive, anytime I have something important to do, whether it be a meeting, whether it be having an uncomfortable conversation with somebody, breathing allows my mental to be balanced. I'm not overthinking. I'm in tune with what's about to go on. I'm in the present moment. And I'm going to now visualize a positive outcome versus just going into the situation like, okay, I'm going to say this and it's going to be what it is. They're going to have to accept it. Nah. When I'm breathing beforehand, I'm able to approach the situation in a proper tone, because tone does matter. You know, I'm not being extreme. Like, say, for instance, you and I, we get into an argument, disagreement, and we got to talk about that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be like, let me breathe a little bit. You know, let me approach CJ as a man, making sure I'm not talking with my hands out, making sure that I'm able to look him in his face. I want to make sure that my tone is at an appropriate, respectable level. These are all things that I'm working on through the breath. I'm like making sure these check boxes, I'm preparing myself or equipping myself for an uncomfortable situation to make sure I win or we both win at the outcome.
For sure.
To make sure that whatever we're about to disagree about or agree about, whether we disagree or agree, the respect remains, the friendship remains, the level of love remains, and that's what breathing does for my mental. It allows me to show others the same love and respect I want shown for myself, bro.
Man, okay. I think you kind of like on a typical day, man. How often are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like how often, how long? You know, because I've heard of yogis and you know people who are super in tune like yourself. Man, sometimes they'll spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 and 3 times a day. You know, it takes to, you know, so like how I mean, I know this is like it's subjective, but I want to know how long is it necessary for you to optimize the techniques?
For me, I've gotten to a level. Let's say when I first started, I was doing about 5 to 8 minutes out the day. Really, really doable. You know, setting some time aside. You can do it sitting down. You can do it laying down. Just really putting some intentional time aside to do some deep breathing. So I started off at 5 to 8 minutes, but now I'm on a consistent basis, 30-minute practices. You know what I mean? Taking really the fantastic for making sure my space clean, making sure I'm hydrated, making sure I'm warming up, take my cleansing breaths, then I start my practice. I'll do various techniques. I say about 7 techniques now. And I just kind of depend on what mood I'm in, or depend on what the goal is, I'll utilize either of those 7. You know what I mean? If I'm nervous, I have a technique for that. If I'm happy, I want to just contain it and not let it get too extreme. I have a technique for that. If I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling nervous about something, I got a technique for that. So it just depends. If I need some energy, I need to wake up a bit, I got a technique for that. So I'm just really proud of myself and thankful for God for allowing me to develop a toolbox of breathing techniques and having a holistic medicine in my cabinet. You know what I mean? Allow me to really think before I speak based on a technique that don't cost you nothing. You know, you ain't gotta pay to breathe. You know, you can breathe anywhere, church, school, home. It's a beautiful, beautiful asset to my lifestyle. So 30 minutes practice for me, bro, every day if I can.
Man, okay. Okay, cool. All right. Well, man, look, microphone out the way. Let's do these techniques, bro. Let's go ahead and
For
get
sure.
because for me, man, I am, you know, when it comes down to the intelligences, right? Like theorist Mark Gardner back in I think it was 1974 developed what is called the 7 intelligences.
Okay, I gotta research that. Educate me, bro.
And what it is he so a little bit about me, a little bit more about me, bro. I went to University of Houston.
Go
And
cool.
go Cougs. And I knew that I wanted to be an educator in the 10th grade.
Okay.
I didn't know what level I was gonna teach, bro, but I knew I was gonna be a teacher.
Nice.
So, going into U of H, I studied human development and family studies, and my focus was educational psychology.
Okay.
Now, educational psychology is just literally how people learn from infancy to the age of 85.
Okay.
And the 7 intelligences is what Mark Gardner developed when he spoke about how people are not a monolith when it comes down to learning. You have people that learn through physical activity. You have visual learners. You have
Yeah.
learners. You have folks that learn mathematically and logically, and you have people that learn through music. You have people that like all kind of stuff. Now the touchy-feely uh uh intuitive stuff that people used to throw away, they've now added that to the intelligences.
Okay.
things like what you do, right? Like that intuitive stuff, you know, interpersonal,
yeah.
intrapersonal, intuitive,
Okay.
communication, all of those things are now what they've added on to the set of intelligences. You see what
They
I'm saying?
smart for that. I'm glad they did that.
Man, they had to, because the way that we educate people, specifically because of the things that you and I do,
Yeah.
have to be able to connect with clients in a way that is tailor-made and unique to them, regardless of the general technique.
Definitely.
Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's already understood with, you know, having you on, like, nah, bro, I'm gonna need him to take me through this, because I am a bodily kinesthetic learner.
Okay.
And I'm a visual learner, and like all of the intelligences, with the exception of spatial and mathematics, now when it comes to them two, I ain't gonna hold you.
Give me pen and paper, please. Calculator me, please.
so that's a real thing. So, you know, I appreciate you taking me through these techniques, because with somebody like me with lupus, and this is for those of y'all that have joined who don't know me. For somebody like myself, having lupus, there is rarely a day that goes by where I am not in pain in some way, shape. There's rarely a day, which means literally I have to operate my life knowing that I'm gonna have to work through, breathe through some sort of obstacle for the day. And that's why I find what you do to be so valuable, because the fellow loopy warriors, the fellow warriors who are suffering from autoimmune diseases, especially stuff like fibromyalgia, and all of these diseases whereby the immune system is literally attacking the body, Brother James. These breathing techniques gives them an opportunity to, you don't want to take the drugs today, you don't want to take the Tylenol 3 today, you don't want to take the morphine, you don't want to take the fucking pills. Use this, because this don't cost you nothing. And it gives you the availability, it gives you the opportunity to really get in tune with yourself. Because I believe, much like what you said when I first met you, the life force that breathing gives literally cleanses everything. So if we're using the Fantastic Four, and water being, because you know, I'm a big proponent of that. You know, I can't have this baby soft skin and these boys good. You feel me? So it's a situation of, damn, he's teaching me this. So it's like, all right, well, I got my water, which is cleansing and the life force. And then bro teaching me the proper techniques of breathing. Those are two things that can help to heal me.
Yes.
So
go ahead.
You understand how appreciative I am. Good talk.
Bro, it's an honor, bro. And like I said, what you said was big. You know, breathing is not a cure at all, but it gives you enough hope and enough energy to keep going, man. That's all it is. That's all we need. We need just some a life raptor sometime to just keep us afloat, to get through this hurdle that we're going through. So it's not a cure, but it definitely makes the quality of living much better with it, and versus without it, for sure, bro.
I agree. All right, bro. So let's go through it. Take me through it.
All right, bet. So we sitting up tall, proud chest. I'm gonna count us down from 3, 2, 1. Then we're gonna start our first inhale through the nose for 4 seconds. I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. You let those claps be. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gently exhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Hold the breath. Gently exhale. Hold the breath. Round 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gently exhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Round 4. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Hold the breath again. Last round. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And sigh out through the mouth.
Right on, man. Woo.
So how did yo.
All right. Hey, you people that's in here right now, you sleep if you wasn't doing it too. All right? That was dope. That was
No, it works, bro. And I can tell it worked for you because once you do that, you're like, okay, the breathing technique, you can actually feel it instantaneous, man.
Yeah.
That's why I like it. It's an instant gratification. And in this world, this day and time we're living in, instant gratification is unheard of, bro. So I found something that allows people to feel instantaneous gratified, bro. Like you can't beat that.
Nah.
You can't beat that, bro.
Nah, that's really cool. That's really cool. And you know what? This that I gotta start incorporating in my morning routine. Because I have a pretty extensive morning routine.
Okay.
You kind of put us up on game. I realized like my breathing ain't been what was up. So this is definitely gonna enhance that. Cause much like it's like now, you say you take 30 minutes. I ain't gonna hold you. If I'm being honest, man, 5 rounds of dog dot packs. 5 rounds.
5 rounds, man.
For me to get myself geared up, because you know one of the mottos of the Wellness Corner is mount up.
Mount up.
Mount up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mount up with the with the emoji and the cross and swords.
Nice.
Because we call ourselves wellness warriors because shit, every day it's you squaring up. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like going toe to toe. Cause it's fuck lupus forever. Real talk.
Yeah.
Like that's the attitude, period. But it takes me 90 minutes. Like I take 90 minutes every day to gear myself up. So if I can do 30 minutes of the breathing techniques within that 90 and I'm doing it properly how you've taught me, can't lose. So
you can't lose. Hey, CJ, give me 1 second, brother. All right, brother. I'm sorry. Here we go.
no, you good. So listen, I'm gonna give the last segment. It's called closing thoughts and takeaways.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you an opportunity to go first in your takeaways and all of that. I need you to also promote.
Okay, for sure. I got you.
All right. So you go ahead, my brother.
All right. So before I go into the promotion, man, I'm just here to remind you. All right, I want you to pay attention to that. I'm here to remind you that you are powerful, that you are courageous, that you are a king, that you are queens, and that your energy is needed. Again, I'm here to remind you that you are powerful, you are courageous, your energy is needed, you are kings and queens, all right? And lastly, every day, in every way, you are getting better, better, and better. I said every day, in every way, you, yes, you are getting better, better, and better. And those things, man, continue the journey of life. So I can share that with y'all. For promotional purposes, man, you can follow me on the gram at the third James. But more importantly, I want you to follow the business page, the Lynn Twins Lifestyle. You know, the Lynn Twins Lifestyle is a company that my brother and I started in 2018. We literally do everything together. You know, boxing, personal training, nutrition. He's also breathing with me. He helps me play the drums at times. So that's your one-stop shop. You come to the Lynn Twins Lifestyle, you're going to get a few things. You're going to get some good energy. You're going to get a family vibe. You're going to get knowledgeable, professional coaches to where you can live your best life. You know, you walk through these doors, you shouldn't have to worry about nothing else. We're going to cover your nutrition. We're going to cover your physical activity. We're going to cover your mental. So whatever you need, the Lynn Twins Lifestyle got you, man. We got you. So please follow those platforms, the Third James and the Lynn Twins Lifestyle.
Awesome.
One last thing, CJ, I gotta let them know how they can find me with the breathing. You know what I mean? Please, if you're interested in a breathing session, my personal practice is 30 minutes. However, for my clients, I've built out a 1-hour session program. And this session, it allows me to customize your experience for that day. Before our session, I'll send out 4 questions, and those questions allow me to develop which technique am I going to use for this practice. If you're having a good day today, you just want to relax, I'll pull out a technique for you. If you're feeling a little cloudy and you need some energy or whatnot, I'll go through that technique with you. But the service itself, it starts with a warm-up, then it starts with journaling, and then the breathing practice for about 10 minutes, and then I'll cool you down with affirmation and meditation. So it's for 1 hour. If you're interested in that service, please DM me. Please, y'all. Like this, you will be wowed. You will be amazed at the feelings that you will receive from 1 hour of breathing with me. You will be amazed. I mean, you will take this back home, and you will not only look at your breathing better, but you'll be looking at your daily lifestyle habits better. Once you're able to breathe more consistently, you'll know if you're at the computer and you're not breathing, you'll know that much quicker because you're breathing consistently through my program. If you're driving and you're slunched over, you'll notice that fairly quickly. You'll be able to fix your posture. Like, these breathing techniques is transferable across the board. So please, if you're interested in that service, DM me. Let's make it happen. And it would be my pleasure to make something that you may not know about a light or a highlight in your life.
I say.
Alicia, what's up? He say he ain't lying, y'all.
Nah, for sure. I appreciate you confirming that. Okay. For those of y'all who are joining in and who do not know me, my name is CJ Hunter, aka CJ the Exec. And this is and has been in the Wellness Podcast. Takeaways for today are quite simple. there is always the potential for triumph out of tragedy. And we, as children of God, as the product of our dear, sweet ancestors, have the power and the capability to transform and transcend our lives through the focus of health and wellness. It is our duty to not only love one another, be in service to one another, but more importantly than anything else, love and be in service to ourselves.
Yes.
We do that through the life force that is the breathing techniques, the nutrition, the things that we put in our body. When we eat something, when we drink something, we must be answering and asking the question, is this a sign that I love myself? And if too often the answer is no, then there's a change that must happen. We must give ourselves grace, honor, and the platitudes and attitudes of knowing that being perfectly imperfect is quite all right. Using these breathing techniques will not only help you to cleanse yourself physically, but mentally and spiritually and emotionally. And for my fellow Loopies out there, even those of you who are not suffering from chronic illness, understand that Ashe, Prana, life force, whatever you want to call it, healing.
Yeah.
And it is necessary.
Necessary.
I would ask that those of you who are still following, who are still on the live, please give me a follow. Follow me at cj.theexec on Instagram, cj.theexec on TikTok, Chris Hunter. Yes, my name is Chris. I go by CJ. Chris Hunter on Facebook. And join the community, y'all. Join the community. Last thing. I am a speech, debate, and communications expert and coach.
Okay, talk to him.
Okay. I started teaching at Rice University. Well, first of all, I started competing nationally in speech, debate, and theater in the 6th grade. So that's all the way back in 1999, man. Okay. As Cash Money Records was taking off. From 1999 all the way up to now, public speaking, speech, debate, and theater, and coaching has been part of my life. I started at university from 2004 to 2018, coached at University of Houston from 2006 to 2014. And I have an organization called the Houston Elementary Forensic Association, which is a nonprofit that I'm trying to get back up and running and restart it, that focuses on helping children grades K through 5 become awesome communicators.
Nice.
And I would love y'all's support. I'm also a coach for adults. Public speaking is the greatest fear among adults worldwide.
Say that.
Okay, above death and snakes. So for the 4 of y'all that's left, I guarantee you at least 3 of y'all would either rather die or be in a room full of snakes than to speak publicly. All right. So I will be soon starting offering those services again. If you or somebody you know needs the training, needs the public speaking training, you need to learn how to do interviews and media interviews and you know, and every form of communication.
Every form
is an opportunity for you to help someone have a brighter day and get a better understanding of things.
Yeah.
So hit me up in my DM. I appreciate you again, Brother James. Man, this has been fantastic. You are officially my first guest on the Wellness Corner podcast.
Yeah,
So
it's an honor.
I appreciate you, bro. And I need to have you back on to talk more specifically about nutrition.
Okay.
You know, offline about that. But hey, y'all have a fantastic night. For all of my wellness warriors, mount up and be you times 10. And we out.
I like it.
Peace.
Deuces, man. Thank y'all for having me. Thank you, CJ. Have a good one, bro.